Last summer I was melting a big batch of scrap copper and decided to give this a try. I have been trying a few different experiments to create large D20s out of metal. On the left side there you can see I've just made a key in the sand. This flask I'm using doesn't have any kind of key for alignment, so I just put the flask together and the sand aligns itself. Between the top of the flask there and the die you can actually see it peeking through from time to time. It was maybe half a centimeter, like maybe a quarter of an inch. The geometry is such that it is possible to split it in half without having any negative draft, so that you can remove it from both halves of the mold. So I'm not even going to put any kind of pour sprue in this thing or anything like that. This is the largest crucible that we use commonly, so that we can bulk melt scrap. So the copper we're pouring in there is not clean. It's filthy copper. There's wire enamel in it and all kind of garbage like that. This was just an experiment. So the oil sand I use gets this layer of burnt crap inside every time you use it, which is normal, I understand. The shape of the D20 came out pretty good, but the finish is not really there. The parting line is a little bit big just because some of the sand crumbled off, but it's a parting line, who cares? But you can see it's porous and there are voids and stuff like that. For an ingot, it's actually kind of cool. So that's just cleaned up with a flap disc. Yeah, most of the numbers were still visible except the one, I believe, at the very top, if I'm not mistaken. One of those numbers was covered up by the sprue. This was not supposed to be a finished product, but, it came out alright and I figured I'd share.